Samsung recently had their Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event, which is where they unveiled a load of new devices and features for all of their Galaxy products, including the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, their new flagship phone, which I have right here, courtesy of Samsung. Now, loads was made in the presentation about all of the features that are in the Ultra edition of this phone, and a lot of them are actually designed for gamers. They're great for gamers. So we're going to play some games and we're going to take you along for the ride to show you just how they work. Now, the device itself is very slim. You can see just how thin it is. I think they said it's like 0.7 millimeters thinner than the last edition, which is amazing when you think about how much they've actually packed into it. So in here, there's a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor. Now, that's a lot of words, but there's also a lot of numbers to go with it. You know, they've got improved CPU performance this time around. So CPU performance has been boosted by 19%. GPU performance has been boosted by 24%. Those are obviously two factors that are really important when it comes to the performance of your games. So when you're just, running around Genshin Impact like I am here, you're getting faster response times, you're not getting slowdowns, you're getting consistent frame rates. It's all designed to just, feel like a designated gaming device. There's also Vulkan optimization, which is helping everything look a little bit crisper, making everything move a little bit smoother as well. So when you're playing an open world game, that's got an art style like Genshin Impact, you may not think that, it's using that much performance and that's to be expected, but it's still making a difference. And especially in a game like PUBG Mobile, where you've got that multiplayer element, you've got chaos, you've got shots raining from everywhere. That is really where a high performance chipset is going to make a difference, because not only are you getting that kind of stable frame rate, you're also reducing the delay between input and action in the game. It does make a difference if you're really competitive and you want to stay at that competitive edge. You want to make sure that your device is not failing you, so that you can really make sure that your skills are on top. They've also thought that with high processing power, you're going to generate a lot of heat, especially when you're playing a pretty graphically intensive game. So with the new heat dissipation system, they've developed a whole thing in here. I mean, obviously you can't see it and I'm not about to break it apart, but there is a whole vapor chamber that runs pretty large in the device, which means that the heat generated from the device is just better managed, which means that you're not getting that thermal throttling, you're not getting that sense that your processor is getting too hot and therefore you're having to reduce the performance of your game. Nobody wants that. You want to keep that stable frame rate. You want to be able to be immersed in the world, right? That's what we're here for. Now, what would you say matters most to gamers? Graphics tends to be one of those things that comes up. And really what's capable in mobile games now is huge strides away from when mobile games were first coming out. This ain't Snake anymore. So you've got a device here that really has got console level graphics. Genshin Impact is something that is on PC, consoles, and mobile. And looking at the screen, the colors are really, really popping. This is an AMOLED display, so you're getting all those nice, really crisp colors. You've also got an inbuilt Pro Scaler, which is just helping to make everything look that little bit more crisp. It's got a 120 hertz refresh rate. The anti-reflective coating basically means that you can see this screen in all lights. You can go outside, the sun's shining when it is shining, and it's not wet and rainy like it is in the UK a lot of the time. But when it is maybe the summer, let's say, you can see this screen in all lights, and it's because of that anti-reflective coating. Now, that's a lot about the hardware of the screen itself with the anti-reflective coating and the Gorilla Armor 2 screen itself. But there is some tech within it as well that is really quite interesting. Now, it's called Privacy Display, and it's actually a piece of software that is in the device itself, and it's super easy to reach. You just pull down from the menu at the top, and when you go to it, you've got different options. It says turn on privacy display, you can have conditions for turning it on, and there's also a maximum privacy protection. But I'm saying privacy display, what does that actually mean? I'll show you here, but you basically just hit turn on privacy display, and suddenly you can't see it from the side. It literally, so there it is, face on, and then when I turn it to the side, it disappears. And now it's doing it through some, clever magic. It's a really great feature for maybe when you're playing a game like Diablo Immortal, which I also have on here. So you can actually just turn on the privacy display, and it means that they can't see that. You don't have to be worried about what you're doing, and you can kind of just stay in the game. And with something like Diablo Immortal, which supports ray tracing, which is something you would normally obviously expect to get in a console or a PC rather than a device like this, it's quite amazing that we're getting to that stage where a device as little as this that literally fits in your pocket is starting to get ray tracing technology. So your games are just looking better than ever. You can have all of the features in the world on a device like this, but if using them all meant that your battery life depleted really rapidly and you had to keep it plugged in the whole time or constantly charging, it wouldn't be very useful. Happy to say that is not the case with the S26 Ultra. It's got a 5,000 milliamp battery in here, so even if it does get to zero, with super fast charging, within 30 minutes you can go from 0 to 75% charged. I mean, I've been playing Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, I've been using the privacy display, and I've been screen recording, and this battery life is going down really, really slowly. So you're getting really all-day, long life battery. They said, Samsung also said that there was 31 hours of video playback. You can watch Lord of the Rings several times within that. If you're interested in getting your hands on the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra as soon as you can, then go to Samsung.com where you can put in your pre-order for when the phone launches on March 11th. And for more on everything tech, games, and beyond, stick with IGN.